back to another episode of our Borderland build series. We are back here today at Pedders, where the DMAX is getting a massive brake upgrade done today. If you didn't get a chance to check out episode 2 of our Borderland build series, where the DMAX got a GVM upgrade from the guys here at Pedders, make sure you head over to have a look. But today is all about brakes. So the DMAX is getting a rear drum to disc conversion, upgraded front brakes and braided brake lines today. Also, make sure you stick around to the end of the episode because we are finally revealing the wheels and the tyres that we've selected to go on the DMAX. And I am telling you, this thing is looking so much better, so much tougher now that we've replaced those factory wheels and tyres. We can't wait to show you what we've done with it. So on that note, let's get going.
All right, so a bit more of a rundown on what we're doing here today at Pedders with the brakes on the DMAX. So we're doing a rear drum to disc brake conversion. We're also getting the front brakes upgraded, and there'll also be braided brake lines being put in throughout as well. So with the rear drum to disc conversion, a lot of the utes that come out today, they do come out with drum brakes. So it's a much cheaper option for the manufacturer, but it's a far less efficient braking system. So when you've got a fully loaded tourer like we do with the DMAX, this thing's going to be loaded up to basically just under its GVM. So Pedders have upgraded the GVM on this for us to 3450 kilos. We're going to have a heavy tourer. It's going to have a lot of weight in it, and we want to have the best braking performance possible for our trip. So if you've got a loaded tourer or you're towing a caravan, it's definitely something worth looking at. As far as the kit's concerned, and this will be going right the way around, so front and back, the guys are going to be fitting their Geomet coated slotted rotors on. So the Geomet coating helps to protect against corrosion. That's one of its key advantages. And then they're also going to be putting on the Pedders Trak Ryder Kevlar ceramic brake pads as well. So they'll be going on the front and the back. So they're an ultra low dusting pad, and they're going to help keep the wheels a lot cleaner as well. Some of the advantages of having disc brakes rather than the drums, there's a few reasons why you might want to look at doing this, and particularly for us with the type of travel that we're doing. We're going to be doing water crossings, we're going to be driving through mud. So with disc brakes, they're much more efficient at draining water out and also mud as well. It's not as likely to get stuck up in the brakes. Cooling is also a lot better on a disc braking system. So a drum brake is fully enclosed, whereas with a disc brake, you've got the rotor pretty much exposed to the air as you're traveling, so it helps it to stay a lot cooler, and that obviously leads to better braking efficiency and better braking performance as well. So I thought this was interesting. Before the guys popped the DMAX up on the hoist, they took it through into the test lane. So they did a brake test. So they just want to test the braking performance before and after they do the brake upgrade. But they also weighed the vehicle as well. So we've got most stuff fitted to the DMAX now that we're going to have fitted. We've got canopy, rooftop tent, awning, all the bar work's been done, roof rack, snorkel. So most of the bulk of it, but we still have a few things to go. So we've still got bash plates to go on. We've still got a full tank of fuel. We've still got to fill it up with at least 70 litres of water. Off-road tyres. We've got rims going on as well. So we still have a bit of weight to go on, and that's not even including the weight of M&I in the vehicle. So interestingly, we've got a total weight of 2,918 kilos as it is now, and then you've got to add on all those things that I just mentioned. So even if Em and I just sat in the car right now, I weigh 85 kilos and Em's looking at me. Between the two of us, you'll be able to figure it out now. Between the two of us, we weigh about 150 kilos. So had we have not had Pedders upgrade the GVM on this to 3450 kilos and we were just running a factory GVM, which is 3100, then as it sits right now, we'd only have about, 182 kilos to spare. So pretty much Em and I would almost take up that weight. Full tank of fuel, you're over your factory GVM. So that's how easily it can all add up, and you can blow out, make your car illegal, void your insurance, poor performance. So yeah, if you've got a heavy tourer, this is why we're going through all this. This is why we're doing these upgrades. It's because we want safe, legal vehicle on the road.
So today the guys are also putting on some of these steel braided brake lines for us onto the DMAX. It's probably a little bit of an oversimplified explanation, but essentially your brake lines on your vehicle transfer the pressure from your master cylinder to your wheel cylinders and then to your calipers. The main benefit of upgrading to these braided brake lines is that they improve overall performance by reducing the issue of swelling, which is commonly associated with your rubber brake lines that you get straight out of factory. This means that your pedal feel is improved, you have less pedal travel, so it's less spongy, and you have overall improved braking response. The ones we're getting today are also a little bit longer, so if your vehicle is lifted like the DMAX is, it's going to help prevent any stretching that might occur from any vehicle that is sitting slightly higher than out of factory. They're also a lot tougher than the factory rubber brake lines, so you're going to get less tear, less punctures when you're out off-roading. And if you love that as much as we do, then it's definitely an upgrade worth doing.
Rightio, as promised, brand new wheels and tyres on the build. So we've been super keen to get these on, and obviously driving around with factory wheels kind of looks like you've gone to a black tie dinner and forgotten your shoes. So it's looking way better. Wheels, we've chosen to go with KMC Summits. So 17 inch, 17 by 8.5. So these are the Summits in the satin black with grey tint. So you can get them in a black with gold beads as well in the Summits, but we've chosen the satin black, grey tint. In the shade, I've noticed that they look a little bit darker, and then as soon as you get them in the sun or in the light, you can see that grey tint coming through, which is really cool. We really liked that. So that's wheels, 5 of those, and yeah, spare on the back of the canopy. So as far as tyres go, we've chosen to go with the Milestar Patagonia XTs. So the guys that fit these for us actually said they're one of the heaviest duty feeling tyres that they've ever fit. So that was really good to know. We've chosen a 265/70, obviously on a 17-inch rim. So you could probably squeeze something slightly bigger on your DMAX if you wanted to, but we just wanted to make sure we kept it legal and didn't get any scrubbing, as we're going to be doing plenty of four-wheel driving and stuff as well. So these things have a really strong 3-ply sidewall construction and a pretty aggressive looking tread pattern as well, with stone ejectors, so it doesn't retain as many of those little stones as you drive along. Also, they're made of a cut and chip resistant compound, which is going to help us particularly while we're doing all the off-roading that we're doing. So loving these, can't wait to get them out on the tracks and give them a good test run.
Well, the boys are all done here today. We cannot wait to test out these brake upgrades and the new wheels and tyres on some pretty epic 4x4 tracks once we hit the road. A huge thank you to the guys here at Pedders and the guys at WHEELPROS for being part of the DMAX build. Still more to come. We have 12 volt up next, not one to miss, so make sure you check out our next Borderland build series episode when it drops. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below if you liked the video. We will see you in the next episode.